हरि ओम मैम हरि ओम
हेलो हेलो ऐकत्वा नमस्ते
नमस्ते नमस्ते नमस्कार गणपति
ऐकत्वा
हेलो
ऐकत्वा
वेरी मच
ओके ओके
चले मैम
सांगा
दोन मेरे फ्रेंड्स रिलेटिव्स एकलो मुंबई तो एकलो बेंगलुरु तो both of them wants to join your classes.
नो प्रॉब्लम वेलकम वेलकम
तांके लिंक पेटैता लिंक
ओके
पेटैता जय नाम
ओके नो प्रॉब्लम
ओके तने वेरी मच इंटरेस्टेड लर्निंग संस्कृत
ओके फाइन श्योर
राइट पेटैता
ओके
थैंक यू चला एक अपॉलॉजी में गेली
कसं लागा
एक होमवर्क करू जाय नी म्हाका
नो प्रॉब्लम
अत्यंत पावलं मात्र अगतोनो मामातत्वनो
ओके नो प्रॉब्लम
रिलेटिव असेल तदी किती
नो प्रॉब्लम सर
यस सर
नमो नमः नमस्कारः
नमो नमः
हरि ओम सर
हरि ओम we'll wait for a few seconds am I audible
yes sir
आं महोदय
आम अस्तु Okay, let us start now. Almost 10 people are there. Okay, so welcome to this 28th fortnightly session. Pitambaram Karavirajita Shankachakra Kaumodaki Sarasajam Karuna Samudram Radha Sahaya Matisundara Mandahasam Patalesha Manisham Hrideep Bhavayami. So with this we will continue. We'll do a quick recap of what we discussed last time. So we discussed around 6 slokas of Mukunda Mala. So we will just revise. So Sri Vallaveti Varadeti Dayapareti Bhakti Priyeti Bhavaluntana Govideti Nateti Nagashayaneti Jagannivaseti Alapinam Pratidinam also Pahatabedam Pratipadam Kurumam Mukunda. Then the second sloka, Jayatu Devo Devaki Nandanoyam, Jayatu Krishno Vrishnimamsha Pradipaha, Jayatu Mega Shamala Komalango, Jayatu Prithvi Bharanasho Mukundaha. This was the second sloka. Then Mukunda Murna Pranipatya Yache, Bhavantam Ekandam Iyantamartam, Avismriti Charanarvinde, Bhave Bhave Mestu Bhavat Prasadat. That is the third one. Naham Mande Tavajaranayoho Dvandvam Advanda Hetoho Kumbi Pakam Gurumapi Hare Narakam Napanetum Ramya Rama Mradu Tanulata Nandane Napirantum Bhave Bhave Hridaya Bhavane Bhavayeyam Bhavantam. This is the fourth sloka we saw. Then we also saw two more slokas. Nasta Dharmo Dharme na vasunichaye naiva kamopabhoge yadbhavyam tad bhavatu Bhagavan purva karmanurupam etat pratyam mama bahumatam janma janmantarepi tvatpadamburu yugagata nischala bhaktirastu. That is the fifth one. Then diviva bhuviva mamastu vaso narakeva narakantaka prakamam avadhirita sharadara vindau charanau te maranepi chintayami Krishna tvadiya pada pankaja panjarandam adyeva me vishatu manasa rajahamsaha pranaprayana samaye kafavada pittaihi kantavarodana vidau smaranam kutaste. So this was the homework. Now let us do a quick poll of whatever we studied so far, a quick revision of what we did so far in this 6 slokas. The questions are going to be on this 7 slokas only. So I'm launching the poll. Hope the polls are visible. You can start attempting the poll. Those who are in YouTube, I have put the polls on the slide itself. You can try it there and answer as A, B, C, D. Girija has joined. Now please attend the poll. We are now doing the polling now. Only 2 of them have attempted so far. 3. Okay, good. 4. Good. 7 of them have completed out of the 10 people. 8, 9. Very good. Only one more person is left. Okay. Good. 100%. Excellent. So let us share the poll results. So which of the following lakara is not lot? 70% of them have given it right. Ya, che. Okay, all others are lot. I don't know, 3 of them are given the word kuru. As I always say, ma kuru. Remember always, ma means don't. Mat in Hindi. So ma kuru always is imperative or lot. That is the mood. So kuru, 3 of them have given. It is wrong. Then the second one is rantun. Very good. So 100, but only one person has again given jayatu. I don't know, and one person has given vande. 80% of them have given right. Rantum is tumunantam. Vande is a lakaram. Jayatu is the lakaram. Astu is the lakaram. 2 people have made mistake. One person has done vande. Please remember that person has done it wrong. Similarly, jayatu. Jayatu is also a lakaram. Just now we saw it is lot. Vande is also aham vande. Then identify the odd one out. 9 out of 10, 90% of the people have given right. Iti. All others are a namam. Divi is saptami, bhuvi is saptami, narake is saptami. Iti is avyayam. Okay, that is the mistake people have made. So please remember that. Only one person has made the mistake. So that person has to be careful. Then, I don't know, this is a mixed result. Yache. Okay, aham yache is the right one. Only 50% of them have given right. Okay, tvam is yachase, it will come. Saha yachate, it will come. Te yachante, it will come. So yache, always remember aham yache, aham vande. This is all atmane padam, you will see these words. Okay, then here also a lot of confusion in the syllables as usual. So I have got mixed answers, but 70%. Good thing is that 70% of them have given the right answer. So it is 11 for Pada 1 and 3 and 12 for Pada 2 and 4. So 70% of them have given the right answer. Others have to sit and recount it again. So far so good. The overall result is not discouraging because this is a very simple shloka. If you look at this Mukunda Mala, except for 1 or 2, from a grammatical perspective, it is very, very simple. Okay, so we move on to the second aspect which we could not discuss yesterday. It was in the last session was, as I said, always if you take any shloka or stotra, you have to look at it from 3 dimensions. The first dimension is vyakaranam, padachedam, anvayam, etc. The second dimension is vrittam and chandas, and the third dimension is alankaram. So alankaram is a bit difficult for senior citizens, but at least when you read through the slokas, you understand the beauty. So you don't have to be bothered about which type of alankaram as long as you are getting the rasa out of the alankaram. But knowing the second dimension as vrittam and chandas is very critical. So just to recapitulate, I have put the 25 types of chandas: ukta, atyukta, madhya, pratishta, Supratishta, Gayatri, Ushnik, Anushtup, Brihati, Panti, Trishtup, Jagati, Adijagati, Shakvari, Adishakvari, Ashti, Atyashti, Dhriti, Atidhriti, Kriti, Prakriti, Akriti, Vikriti, Samskriti, Atikriti. So this is how the 25 chandas, just for the purpose of revision, I have put it. So I have done some work on the remaining. So what I have done again, Sri Vallabheti, Varadeti, Dayapareti, Bhaktapriyeti, Bhavalunthana, Kovideti, Natheti, Nagashayaneti, Jagannivaseti, Alapinam, Pratidinam, Kurumam, Mukunda. So if you use that Vritta Manjari, again Guru, Guru, Lagu, Guru, Lagu, 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 Guru, Guru, Lagu, Guru, Lagu, and Guru, Guru. This is 14 characters per padam. So it is called Shakvari Chandas. And the meter which is used is called Vasanta Tilakam, which is Tabanjagam Gam. In Malayalam, it is also called Chollam Vasanta Tilakam, Tabajam Jagam Gam, Tabaja and Ga. Ukta Vasanta Tilaka, Tabaja Jagau Gaha. So I am not going to discuss this again because this has already been discussed. This is there in the Narayaniam. So whatever vrittas we are going to learn today also, and most of the things, as I said in Narayaniam, there are around 25 vrittas. So the most popular ones has been discussed there. So this is there already in Narayaniam also. This is called Vasanta Tilakam. So this is what it is, Sri Vallabheti Varadeti. The next sloka which we took was Jayatu Devo Devaki Nandanoyam, Jayatu Krishno Krishnivamsha Pradipaham, Jayatu Mega Shamala Komalango, Jayatu Prithvi Bharanasho Mukundaha. So here we have got Lagu, 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 Guru, 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 Lagu, Guru, Guru, Lagu, Guru, Guru. So Nanamayayam. So Nanamayayuteyam Malini Bhogilokaihi. In Malayalam, we call it Nanaya Yugamettil Tattanam Malinikya. Have we discussed this Malini meter other than your Narayaniam? Anybody remembers where we have used this Malini Vrittam?
Narasimhastuti.
Yes, sir. Very good, very good. Prabhu Mam, very good. You remember. Excellent. Your memory is good. Narasimhastuti. We started with that. Good. So Malini Vrittam is one of the most popular ones. Good. The third one is what we are looking at, Mukunda Murdana. One more thing, if you remember, Prabhu Mam, our Swamiji has started Jayati Jayati Yogino Vasavi Nandanoyam is also same meter. Guru Parampara Stavanam. Remember, Prabhu Mam?
Yes, yes.
Jayati Jayati Yogi Vasavi Nandanoyam is also same meter.
And Malini is also mentioned in Narasimhastuti. Last but one sloka, they say it's a Malini.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Stutiriyam Malini, it is mentioned there. Yes, very good. Very good. Okay, so now we go to the next one. There was a typo in my last presentation which I have corrected when I was doing this. So this is 11 syllables in one line. So Mukunda Murna Pranipatya Yache Bhavantam Ekantam Yanthamartam Avismritistvat Charanaravinде Bhave Bhave Mestu Bhavat Prasadat. Again, if you decipher it using the Vritta Manjari, it is Lagu, Guru, Lagu, Guru, Guru, Lagu, Lagu, Guru, Guru, and Guru, Guru. So this is Upendra Vajra, Jatam Jagam Gam. Remember certain words. Jatam Jagam Gam. So Upendra Vajra, Jatam Jagam Gam. When you start writing it, I feel Malayalam is easier. Those who know Malayalam, it is much easier to follow the Vritta Manjari because the rhyming is much better. In Sanskrit, it is given Upendra Vajra, Jatas Jatas Tato Gau. So Upendra Vajra, Jatam Jagam Gam. So if you remember Jatam Jagam Gam related to Upendra Vajra. This also comes in Narayaniam in many places. Then comes the fourth one, which is Naham Vande Tavacharanayoho Dvandvam Advandaheto Kumbi Pakam Gurumapi Hare Narakam Napanetum Ramya Rama Mrudu Tanulata Nandane Napirantum Bhave Bhave Hridaya Bhavane Bhavayeyam Bhavantam. So this is again, if you look at a lot of beautiful, this is another one which is very beautiful meter. Again, there are 17 syllables in one padam, which is called Atyashti. Then we have got Ma, Bha, Na, Ta, Ta. So it is called Mandakranta. Mandakranta, Jaradi Shat Gaihi, Shat Gaim Bhaur, Nato, Tad Guru Chet. Mandakranta, Mabana Tatagam, Nalu Maru Mai Gam. Nalum Arum Gam. So what is that Nalum Arum? Girija, Those who can follow Malayalam.
4 and 6.
What is that? What is Nalum R7? What is that? Nalum R7?
4, 4, 6, 7, 7.
No, that I understood. That is a number. What is the meaning of that? What do you mean by that? What is 6 and 7?
Pause after 4, 6, then 7.
What is it, Rama? Huh?
Syllables. 4, then 6.
I am looking for a key word. There is a word for that.
Pause after.
What is the Sanskrit word for that? And Malayalam word for that?
Yati.
Yati. Yes, that is the word I am looking. So yati means, as I given last time also, the sugar cane, I showed you joint or break in the sugar cane. Yati it is called. So you have to pause after 4, 6 and 10. So that is why I put some comma here also for others to understand. So you have got Kumbi Pakam is 4. Kumbi Pakam 4. Gurumapi Hare is 6. Narakam Napanetum. Similarly, in the earlier one also, as we said also earlier, also Madhukar also said so many times, actually this is the definition of the pause, but in certain stanzas, that pause does not come that way. That is called Kavya Dosham. Technically, the pause should come there. That is why I have not put a comma in the first padam. I could put a comma in the second padam. I could put a comma in the third padam. I could put a comma in the fourth padam. Naham Mande is okay. Now, Tava Charanayor Dvandvam Advanda Hetoho is one word. So, because of that single word, I have not put the pause. But even if you are reading, if you put a pause, perfectly fine. But when you come to Kumbi Pakam, beautifully, Gurumapi Hare, Narakam Napanetum, Ramya Rama, Mradutanulata, Nandane Napirantum, Bhave Bhave, Hridaya Bhavani, Bhavayeyam Bhavantam. So when you have got this yati defined, that is for the ease of reading and reciting. If you don't have that yati, there will be a lot of difficulty in reading. So just remember this. Ma ba na ta ta nalum arume mai gam. So that is how the entire Mandakranta meter is moving. Mandakranta is also there in Narayaniyam. Okay, now we go to the 5th sloka. Again, it is also Atyashti, it is also Mandakranta. So the 4th and the 5th is in the same meter. Nasta dharme na vasunichaye naiva kamopabhoge yad bhavyam tad bhavatu bhagavan purva karmanurupam etat pratyam mama bahumatam janma janmantarepi tvat padamburu hu yugagata nischala bhaktirastu. This is also again Mandakranta. So I will not discuss this now. Next comes the 6th sloka is Diviva Bhuviva Mamastu Vaso Narakeva Narakantaka Prakamam Avadhirita Sharadara Vindau Charanau Te Maranepi Chittayami. So this is another beauty which we call it as symmetric and asymmetric. This is called Ardha Samam. So few people have made the mistake in this. What is Ardha Samam? If I talk about the first padam and the third padam has the same number of syllables, which is 11. The next one is the second padam and the fourth padam has got 12 each. So this is called Trishtup. So 11 means Trishtup, Jagati means 12. So this is how Ardha Samavritam, this 1 or 2 people who have made the mistake, please go through and count it. Now this Vrittam also is there in Narayaniyam as well as in your Vritta Ratnakaram of our Kerala Paniniyam Rajaraja Varma. This is missing in Vritta Ratnakaram. This meter is called Vasanta Malika. Vishame sa sa ja gam gam samatil sabharefam ya Vasanta Malikekya. So this is a meter called Vasanta Malika. Good. Now, then we come to today's homework. Now let us look at what we have discussed. So, Krishna, Tvadiya Pada Pankaja Panjarandam, Adyaiva me Vishatu Manasa Rajahamsaha, Prana Prayana Samaye, Kafavada Pittehi, Kantavarodana vidau smaranam kutaste. So 2-3 people have done the homework. Okay, their level is very good, but a few mistakes here and there which can be corrected, which I will discuss as we go along. So Krishna is Sambodhana Pradamam. Tvadiya Pada Pankaja Panjarantam is one word. Tvadiya. Okay, it is a samasam. Tvadiya, just like yours. So there is something Madiya. What is Madiya? Tvadiya and Madiya.
Mine.
Yes, Saroja, do you remember Madiyam in Narayaniam?
Mahoday.
Tell me the sloka.
By heart, Nasmarami, Mahoday.
Nasmarami. Madiya Kleshaugam Prashamana Dasham. Okay, Madiya, it comes in the first or the second Dashaka. Okay, so Tvadiya. So Madiya is Mama or Mama. Tvadiya is yours. Hey Krishna, Tvadiya Pada Pankajam. Padam means legs. Pankajam is lotus. Panjaram is cage. Antam inside. So Tvadiya Pada Pankaja Panjarantam is one word. Adya means today. Eva, all of us, it is an avyayam. Me Vishatu Manasa Rajahamsaha. Vishatu is the Kriya Padam. Many of you got it right. Mama me. Mama Manasa Rajahamsa. Prana Prayana Samaye is again one word. Pranasya Prayanam, Prana Prayanam, Tasmin Samaye. Prana Prayana Samaye is one word. So a lot of people have given me the Samahara, Dvanda, Samasa, etc. Good. Kafascha Vadascha Pittaihi. Kafavada Pittaihi. Taihi. So Kafavada Pittaihi is again one word. Kantavarodana vidau. Kantha avarodana vidau is Saptami. Smaranam kutaha te. Kutaste. Okay, so kutaha te kutaste visargasya sakaram. So now if you put Anvayam, Hey Krishna, me Manasa Rajahamsaha Vishatu. So this is the principal clause, what we call it. Hey Krishna, Manasa Rajahamsaha Vishatu. So may you, the swan of my mind, enter where? Tvadiya, let my mind enter into what? Tvadiya Pada Pankaja Panjarantam. May my swan of my mind enter the cage. Panjarantam is Dvitiya. Tvadiya Pada Pankaja Panjarantam. May my mind enter your lotus feet. Okay, and let my mind be engaged or encaged. The right word will be encaged. Encaged in your lotus feet. Vishatu. Then the next why. What is the reason? Prana Prayana Samaye, at the time of my breath leaving the body. Kapha, Vada, Pittaihi. So Kapha, Vada and Pitta are the three doshas. If you look at Ayurvedam, what Ayurveda talks about is an equilibrium between these three. That is all. Kapha, Vada and Pitta are the three main doshas we call it. So that is, if you have an equilibrium in your body, then only you are said to be healthy. If your Kapha goes up or Vata goes up or Pitta goes up, there is a loss of equilibrium and you feel unhealthy. So that is the concept of Ayurveda. So Prana Prayana Samaye, Kafavada Pittaihi, by Kapha, Vada and Pitta, Kantavar Avarodhana Vidau, and my throat will be choked because of Kapha and Pitta. How is it? I will attain Smaranam Kutaha Asti. At that time, when my entire body is imbalanced with Kapha and Pitta and my throat is choked with all this, how is it that I am going to remember you at that time? Instead of that, make me a prisoner in your lotus feet. Adya eva. That is how this sloka is. This is a very beautiful sloka. Krishna Tvadiya Pada Pankaja Panjarantam Adyeva me Vishatu Manasa Rajahamsa Prana Prayana Samaye Kafavada Pittaihi Kantavarodana Vidau Smaranam Kutaste. Kutaha te. I saw someone of them made the mistake on this. It should be Kutaste. So now applying the second dimension. So again same way. Ta ba ja ja gam gam. So again it is Vasanta Tilakam. It is 14 syllables in one line, in one padam. So it becomes Challam Vasanta Tilakam Tabajam Jagam Gam. So that is the very simple meter again called Vasanta Tilakam. It is also called Simhonatta Udarshini, Simhodatta Vasanta Tilakam, different names. This is one of the Vrittam which has got multiple names. Now we come to today's subject. Chintayami Harimeva Santatam Mandahasa Muditana Nambujam Nandagopadanayam Paratparam Naradadi Muni Vrinda Vanditam. That is the 8th sloka. Karacharana Saroje Kantiman Netramine Sramamushim Bhuja Vichip Vyakule Aghada Marge Harisarasi Vigahya Piyatejo Jalaugam Bhavamaru Parikhinnaha Klesha Madhya Tyajami Sarasijanayane Sashanka Chakre Murabidima Vismaraswa Chittarantum Sukhadharama Paramna Jatu Jani Haricharana Smaranamratena Tulyam. So there are two Pata Vedas there. One is your Sukhataram is Sukhakaram and Viramaswa is Virameha. We will see that. Now we go to the next pole. So this is the next pole. 4 questions are there. Those are on YouTube can watch this. Good. 4 of them have answered so far. 5. 6. Seven. Eight. Nine. Very good. Only one more left. One more person is pending to answer. One person has quit. Okay, now. So let us look at it. So I will share the results. Okay, so identify the odd vibhakti. 7 of them have given it right. 7 of them have given it right. So it is Kara Charana Saroje is Saptami. All others is Dvitiya. Nanda Gopa Tanayam, nobody has answered. Santatam, I don't know, one person has answered as Santatam. Santatam is also Dvitiya Vibhakti. Mandahasa Muditana Nambujam is also Dvitiya Vibhakti. So 70% of them got it. 78%, 7 out of the 9 people got it right. Now there is utter confusion in the second question. I do not know what is the reason. Okay, Jatu in Sarasijane, Sashanka Chakre, one person has given Avyayam. Kriya Padam, 4 out of them have given Kriya Padam. Let us see that, we will see that. Then Nama Padam, 2 of them have given Nama Padam. Sarvanamam, 2 of them have given Sarvanamam. Actually, it is Avyayam, only one person got it right. I do not know what is the confusion. We'll discuss this as we go along. Then, interesting answer for Maru is desert. 5 of them have given the right answer. It is very simple. Marubhumi, Maru Pradesham, even in Malayalam, Marubhumi, Maru Pradesham and all is there. One person has answered as tree. It is Taru is tree, not Maru. Therefore, only purposely I give this to confuse you people. Taru, Kalpa Taru, Taru is tree, not Maru. Maru is desert. And I do not know wind, but 3 of them have got wind. That is Marut. I know the background from where you come. So if it is Marut is wind, Maru is not wind, Marut is wind. That is why 3 of them got it. Please remember, as I always say, Analaha is different, Anilaha is different. Okay, now this is another interesting subject. Jani is a verb. 4 of them have given the answer right. One person has given adjective and 4 of them have given adverbs. Okay, anybody wants to share why they have given adverb? Can I have some reactions? Why people have given the word adverb for this Jani? You can unmute and speak. Anybody would like to share why they have chosen it as adverb? Nobody. Okay, let us proceed. Now let us look at this next 4 slokas. Okay, now. So this is another very simple sloka. Chintayami harim eva santatam. Mandahasa muditananambujam. Nandagopa tanayam paratparam. Naradadi muni vrindavanditam. So again, if you look at the rhyming also, it is so beautiful. So the principal clause is, okay, now let us do padachedam. So chintayami harim eva santatam. Mandahasa muditananambujam is one word. Nandagopa tanayam is one word. Parat param is also can be taken as normally they take this word parat param as a specific usage and they combine it and tell it is supreme. So Naradadi Muni Vrindavanditam. So that is all together is one word. So now let us look at the Anvayam. Aham harim eva santatam chintayami. That is the principal clause. Aham. So aham chintayami. It is Vartamane lat. So aham harim eva chintayami. I remember Hari always. Eva, I only remember Hari always. Then all the other words are adjectives to this Hari. So what type of Hari? Manda, Hasa, Mudita, Anana, Ambujam. Manda Hasam, all of us know, gentle smile. Mudita, pleasant. Ananam is face, which resembles that of a lotus. Mandahasa Muditananam Bujam is one word. Nandagopa Tanayam, son of Nandagopa. So it is again adjective to Harim. Paratparam, who is the supreme. Naradadi, Narada and others, etc. Muni Vrindam, Vrindam means collection. So Muni Vrindam, like we tell, group of Munis, like a flock of sheep, herd of cows. Similarly, Naradadi Muni Vrinda Vanditam Harim Eva Santatam Chintayami is the simple Anvayam, and the meaning comes out very easily in this. So Aham Harim Eva Santatam Chintayami, Aham Mandahasa Mudidananambujam Nandagopadanayam Paratparam Naradadi Muni Vrinda Vanditam Harim Eva Santatam Chintayami. So I only regularly remember that Hari who has a face like that of a lotus with a gentle smile, son of Nanda, the Supreme Lord, and worshipped by Narada and other Munis. So again, when I remember this Santatam and Chintayami, it comes, I am reminded of another great sloka. Santatam Chintayenantam Antakale Visheshataha. Does anybody remember from where I am quoting? Santatam Chintayenantam Antakale Visheshataha. Please unmute and speak. We cannot afford to miss this out. Very, very famous. Yes, Prabhumam, ST Prabhumam, Vrinda.
Very familiar, but can't recollect.
Can't recollect. Okay, Aparna, your mother is my guru in this sloka. Your mother used to teach this. They used to chant in temple on Ekadashi day.
Dvadasha Stotra.
Yes, it is from the Dvadasha Stotram by Madhvacharya. Santatam Chintayenantam Antakale Visheshataha. As Madhvas, we cannot forget Dvadasha Stotra. Okay, so two stotras for Madhvas is very famous. One is Dvadasha Stotram and second is our Narsimha Stuti. Okay, good. So Santatam Chintayenantam Antakale Visheshataha comes in Dvadasha Stotram. Good. So the same concept is here. Okay, so now let us look at the second dimension. The second dimension is Chintayami Harimeva Santatam. This is also another beautiful Vrittam. Again, there is only 11 Trishtuk Chandas. So Chintayami Harimeva Santatam is there Guru, Lagu, Guru, Lagu, 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 Guru, Lagu, Guru, and Lagu, Guru. So Ram Naram La Guruvum Rathoddatta Rana Raviha Rathoddatta. Okay, so this is the next sloka, which is your 8th one. So now we move to the 9th one. This is also another simple one. So Karacharana Saroje Kantiman Netramine Sramamushi Bhuja Vichi Vyakule Aghada Marge Harisarasi Vigahyapiya Tejo Jalaugam Bhavamaru Parikhinnaha Kleshamadhyam Tyajami. So from the meaning of the slokas, this is one of the toughest we have seen so far of all the 9 slokas. So to understand this, we should know some upama. That is why the word maru and all comes here. So I'll talk about that. Now let us do the padachedam. Kara charana saroje is the padachedam. It is a single word. There is no padachedam there. It is only one word. It is a samasam. Kantimat netramine. So takarasya nakaram, that is also one word. Sramamushi is one word. Bhuja Vichi Vyakule Aghada Marge. Aghadam is deep. We will see word by word. Hari Sarasi Vighaya Apiya Tejaha Jala Augam. There is a mistake there. It is Tejaha is one word. Jalaugham is one word. So I will correct it in the final presentation. It is Tejaha Jalaugham. Bhava Maru Parikhinnaha. So Bhava Maru Parikhinnaha is one word. Then Klesham Adya Tyajami. So if I take out the principal clause, Aham Adya Klesham Tyajami. So this is the principal clause. Aham, I, Adya, today, which is an avyayam. Klesham Tyajami. Klesham means effort. So now why? Now comes the second part, which is difficult. Now you have to understand, this is where the alankaram which we talk about, Upama alankaram is coming here, is what he is comparing. What is it that I am going to sacrifice? What I am going to sacrifice is Maru Parikhinnaha. My life is like a desert. Bhava Sagaram we have heard. Maybe this is the first time you are hearing our Bhava or the Samsara is compared to Maru. So Maru means, again, as I said, desert. Okay, so now in the desert, like my life, which is a desert, Bhava Maru, just like Bhava Sagaram, it is called Bhava Maru. So the desert of my earthly existence, Parikhinnaha, it is worn out or it is getting destroyed or consumed. My life, which is getting consumed in the desert of material existence or worldly existence. So my life is compared to living in a desert which is full of worldly existence and it is getting worn out or consumed. Now, how do I come out of this? That is explained by comparing it. So if you are in a desert, like what we want, the most important thing what we want in a desert, what is it? When a person is walking in the desert or getting tired in the desert, what is the most sought after that?
Shade or water?
Water.
Water. So there is a Bisleri advertisement. I don't know how many of you have seen that camel drinking Bisleri water. That's a very nice advertisement. So water is the most important thing. So this Kulashekara Alwar has brought this out very beautifully, telling that when I am parched or when I am getting consumed is this desert, I am looking for an oasis or water. And what is that water? That pond is Hari Sarasi. So Hari Sarasi, I am looking at that pond of water, which is the lake of the Lord. Vigahya Apiya. These are two words. These are incomplete predicates, just like your Tumunantam. Shatam Vihaya Bhoktavyam. Again, it has the same meaning. Vigahya is diving into. Apiya, drinking. So these are the two key words. So Vigahya, having dived into the pond, because I want to keep my body very cool, I will dive into the pond of what? Hari Sarasi, in the lake of the Lord. Then, so one is diving to keep my body cool. Second is I want to drink. And what I have to drink? I have to drink Tejaha Jalaugham. Augham is waves. So Gangaugam, you might have heard in our Sandhi examples. Gangayaha Ogaha Gangaugam. So Hari Sarasi Vigahya, having dived deep inside the lake of the Lord and having drunk what? Having drunk the water, Tejo Jala Augam, Tejo Jala Augam, the radiant water, having drunk, I give away my klesham. That is, my tiredness or efforts are being reduced, or I am relinquishing it because of these two things. Then he goes on adding the other words which is linked to the pond. So Kara Charana Saroje. So Karau Cha Charanau Cha. So Kara Charanau Saroja Iva. So Kara Charana Sarojaha Tasmin Kara Charana Saroje. So what do you mean by Kara Charana Saroje? So in the pond, in this water Hari Sarasi, inside this pond called Hari Sarasi, I am seeing a lotus. What is that lotus? The lotus is the hands and the legs of the Lord. Kantimat netramine. This is also another beautiful comparison. Kantimat. What is Kanti? All of us know what is Kanti. What is Kantimat?
Beauty.
Beauty.
No. Kanti is not beauty.
Tejas.
Tejas, radiance, radiance, glitter.
Resplendency. Okay.
Yes, Kantimat is radiance or glitter. Okay, so the Kantimat netramine, the eyes of the Lord looks as if it is the radiant eyes of the Lord, which is like the fish. So in a pond there will be fish. In the pond you will have lotus. So then also, so he's talking about the lotuses. Then he talks about the fish. So he is comparing the fish in the pond to the eyes of the Lord, which is radiant. Okay. Then Srama Mushi. This is a very important one. Sramam is when you take and plunge in the pond, what happens? Whatever tiredness you are having, that tiredness is getting removed. Mushi means robbing. So Sramam means Sramasya Mushi, Srama Mushi. The tiredness or the exhaustion because of moving into the Marubhumi, that is getting removed. Okay, then Bhuja Vichi Vyakule. This is the difficult word. So what is it talking about? Bhuja Vichi. Vichi here means waves. So the waves of the pond which is created, or the waves of the pond is created by the shoulders. So whenever typically when you are swimming, what happens? You use the shoulders, and by the shoulders you create some waves. So you have to imagine people swimming, and when people are doing swimming with the shoulders, the waves keep happening. So similarly, it is compared to the Lord's Bhuja Vichi Vyakule. So it is the waves or the water is getting agitated, or waves coming out by the force of the arms of the Lord. Aghada Marge. Aghada Marga means deep. Okay, Aghada means fathomless movement, which is called Aghada Marge, is an adjective to Bhuja Vichi Vyakule Aghada Marge. Vigahya, that is how the entire this one is. So let us look at the Padachedam is done. Now let us look at the Anvayam. Okay, now, so let us look at Karacharana Saroje, it's same thing. Bhavamaru Parikinnaha Adya Klesham Tyajami. Aham Adya Klesham Tyajami. Aham Katam Adya Klesham Tyajami. Aham Karacharana Saroje Kantimat Netramine Sramamushi Bhuja Vichi Vyakule Aghada Marge Harasarasi Vigahya Tejo Bala Jalaugam Apiya Klesham Tyajami. So beautifully it has been explained. How am I going to relax or refresh myself from this? So if I put a free translation into English, is the desert of material existence has exhausted me. Today I will cast aside all my troubles by diving into the lake of Lord Hari and drinking freely of the abundant waters of his splendor. The lotuses in that lake are his hands and feet, and the fish are his brilliant, radiant, shining eyes. The lake's water relieves all fatigue and is agitated by the waves of his arms. This current flows deep beyond fathoming, which is very, very deep, is the free translation of this 9th sloka. So now again we go back. Again, this is Malini, so I'm not going to again discuss it. Karacharana Saroje, Kantimat Netramine, Sramamushi Vichi Vyakule, Aghada Marge. So Nana Maya Ya. So it is Nana Maya Yogam Ettil Tattanam Malini Kya Ettil. Again, Ettil Yati. You should have Yati at the 8th one. So Hari Sarasi 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Vigahya. Hari Sarasi Vigahya. Apiya Tejo Jalaugam. Similarly, when you look at the first one, Karacharana Saroje, it is also that way. Kantimat Netramine. So based on that Yati, you do this. This is also Malini. Now we go to the next one. This is also another beauty. It's not that complicated. This is much simpler. Okay, now Sarasijanayane Sashanka Chakre Murabidiva Ma Viramaswa Chittarantum Sukhadaramaparam Sukhakara in one place, na janu jane, Hari Charana Smaranamratena Tulyam. So now if I do the Padachedam, Sarasijanayane, Sarojavaktre, Sarasijanayane. We have got somewhere else also it is mentioned. So many places it comes. So Sarasijanayane, Sashanka Chakre. So it is again Saptami, Saptami, Murabhidi, Ma Viramaswa, Chitta Rantum, He Chitta. So Chitta is the Sambodhana Pratama here. Sukhataram, Aparam, Na Jatu. Jatu is Avyayam. Most of them have made this mistake here. Jane. So Viramaswa and Jane are the Kriya Padam. So Hari Charana Smarana Amrutena Tulyam. So now let us look at the Padachedam is done. Now let us look at the Anvayam. He Chitta Tvam Rantum Ma Viramaswa. So this is the principal clause. So there are two Kriya Padam. So let us take the first Kriya Padam and the next Kriya Padam. So Tvam Viramaswa. Tvam Ma Viramaswa. Tvam Rantum Ma Viramaswa. May you not stop taking pleasure. So that is the principal clause. Tvam Rantum Ma Viramaswa. May you not take pleasure. Stop taking pleasure. Rantum. Two. So that was one of the question. So,
Rantum is take.
No. Rantum, Rama, it is coming from the Rama Dhatu. Okay, Ramaha is coming from that same thing. Rantum means to enjoy or take pleasure. To take pleasure. Ma Viramaswad. Don't stop taking pleasure from. Is how you have to take Saroja. He Chitta, who mind. Tvam, don't stop taking pleasure is the word. It is that way. From taking pleasure from what? Sarasijanayane, Sashanka Chakre, Murabhidi. So these are all Saptami. Take pleasure from or in here. So Sarasijanayane, in one whose Nayana is like the lotus flower, Sashanka Chakre. So Sashanka Chakram is what? What type of samasam? Anybody? Sita, Sa Lakshmanaha, Sabrataha. That's a very famous usage. Anybody?
Pradi?
No. It is Chakrena Saha, Sitaya Sardam, Saha Sardam Sakam. It is coming as Saha. Yes?
Avyayibhavan.
Yes, it is called Saha Purva Padam. Okay, Sa Ramena Saha Sa Ramaha, Krishnena Saha Sa Krishnaha, Sitaya Saha Sa Sitaya. So this comes very often in all our Puranas. So Shankena Chakrena Saha Sashanka Chakra. Then Saptami Sashanka Chakre. Murabhida. Bida is to split. So Murabhidi is one who killed the Asura called Mura. So Murabhidi. Sashanka Chakre Murabhidim Tvam Rantum Ma Viramaswa. May you not stop taking pleasure by remembering the Lord who is having this type of eyes, who is having Shanka and Chakra, and who is the destroyer of the demon called Mura. Is the first part. Yataha Hari. Why should I take refuge in this? Because Hari Charana Smarana Amrutena Tulyam Aparam Sukhadaram Aham Na Jatu Jane. Now this is very interesting. Jatu Jane, two words. Okay, so now Jatu is, as I said, is an Avyayam. Always. Jatu means always. Na Jane. Aham na Jane. Ajane Naiva Jane. I have quoted this earlier also. Vamshi Vibhushida Karad Navanirada Abad Aruna Bimba Falada Roshtad Krishnat Param Tattvam Najane Ajane Naiva Jane. So Aham na Jane. And whenever I discuss this, my mind automatically goes out to a beautiful song in one of the Malayalam movies. I don't know, anybody can correlate this.
Yeah. Janaki Jane.
Yes, Janaki Jane, Naham Jani, Moksha Kavatam. Okay, so there, that is why that is a beautiful example of a Yamakam. What is Yamakam? That is why I think a lot of people made the mistake. Janaki Jane. Can anybody know the line? Full line, I don't remember.
I remember this word only.
Janaki Janaham Jane. Yes, anybody?
Janaki Jane, Rama Janaki Jane, Moksha Kavadam Naham Jane.
Yes, correct. So please remember this. This is a beautiful example where people do not have understood the meaning, how it comes. What is Janaki Jane? Can anybody tell me what is the meaning of Janaki Jane?
Rama, husband of Janaki. Rama.
Yes, it is husband. It is one word there. It is Samasa Padam. Okay, Janaki Jane. When people are singing it, people think it is two different words. Janaki Jane is one single Samasa Padam which refers to husband of Rama. That is coming from Jani, Hraswayi. It is Jani, Sambodhana is Jane. So Janakyaha Jani is Sambodhana is Janaki Jane. So who husband of Janaki? That is actually an adjective. I think this is the background which a lot of people have made the mistake. Janaki Jane can be taken as a namam, is the husband of Rama. Or Janaki Jane, Rama, if you put again, you take Janaki Jane as an adjective to Rama there. If Janaki Jane is alone, it can be taken as namam. If you're taking as Janaki Jane Rama, then it is an adjective to Rama. I think this is the background why a lot of people have made mistake. But here in this context, Jane also is the predicate. Aham Jane. Aham na Jane. I do not know. I definitely do not know. That is what is meant by this one. So I do not stop taking pleasure from this because Hari Charana Smarana Amritena Tulyam. That's a beautiful word. Hari Charana Smaranam. So there is nothing greater than Tulyam is equivalent to. So Hari Charana Smarana Amritena Tulyam. There is nothing equivalent to the nectar of remembering the feet of the Lord. Aparam Sukhataram. That which gives you greater happiness or comfort. That is why I always remember him. To make you understand a simple Sanskrit sloka into English is so difficult. Unless you know this language, you will not be able to appreciate. Translating this sloka into English is like murdering English or murdering Sanskrit. So I cannot explain it. Sarasajanayane Sashanka Chakre Murabidima Viramaswa Chitta Santum Sukhataram Aparam Na Jatu Jani Hari Charana Smarana Amritena Tulyam. So I think with this, we will stop today's this one. So this is again Jagati. I have not this one. I have not done the study of this. First is Jagati and Adichakati. This is 12 and 13. Maybe we can see this next week. So next week, I want you people, I will host this on the text one. So your next homework will be sloka number 11. Okay. Ma bhihi mandamano vichintya bahuda yamischiram yatana Namina Prabhavanti Paparipavah Swami Nanusridaraha Alasyam Vipaneya Bhakti Sulabham Dhyayasya Narayanam Lokasya Vasanapanakanakaro Dasasya Kim Nakshamaha. So before we stop this, I've got a small one more poll. I got some feedback I wanted to share with you people. So I've got a small feedback on after our Narayaniya Parayanam. I got some feedback from different people. So I want to just take your feedback to see how we can improve it. So I launched one poll. There are two questions. Just answer it, then we will look at how we take it forward.
In Bhagavatam, this fifth skandam is difficult.
That is Anvay, that is, it is not Padyam, it is Gadyam, Jadabharata story.
Yeah, 26 chapters, but very, the birds are clubbed.
That is what I told you, madam. It is Gadyam, it is not Padyam. Fifth Dashaka is Gadyam, not Padyam.
If only fifth dashaka is taught also, I'll be happy. Because
that is the toughest, madam. We are only in LKG, UKG. You are already in PhD. Our group is very LKG, UKG only.
No, Mahodaya, just tried.
I can try. Okay. Okay, good. So I think most of you have told yes. So what we will do, and I've got, so we got Bhagavatam, Narayaniam, what we can, okay, good. So what we can do now in alternate Saturday, now the question challenge here in this is, I will make each one of you read, not me reading. Okay, I will make each one of you read. That is important. So maybe we have got, so 1 week we can take, there's a lot of response for Bhagavatam, Narayaniam, but we will not be able to take all three. So this is a good idea which feedback has come. What we can do is we can take maybe one Dashaka of Narayaniam, then one chapter of Valmiki Ramayanam, and then one chapter of Bhagavatam. So how we will do is now second and fourth Saturday. So second Saturday will be Parayanam. So I will teach you how to read it with the right. I will not be able to teach you musically. I can only give you Akshara Sputata. The yatis and stopping I can give you. I cannot give you musical meter. I can only give you Akshara Sputata and Vakpatutvam. So maybe we will do that one. Then fourth Saturdays we will continue with Mukundamala and scriptures like this, which will be small. So we'll be able to balance, because ultimately Sanskrit learning is all about reciting also. It is not only understanding the meaning. First step is you should be able to recite fluently. Okay, so is this okay? Agreement. Arrangement, not agreement. This arrangement, is it okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So from next, this one we will start. This is okay. Next, so not next one. So next is fourth Saturday. Today is second Saturday. So fourth Saturday we will have this description of this text, and second Saturday we will have recitation or chanting.
Okay.
Okay, all of you should have the mic and speakers, so that you all of you will read, and I will only correct it. Okay.
Okay.
Dhanyavadaha. Any other questions?
Dhanyavadaha, Mahashay.
Dhanyavadaha. Dhanyavadaha. Okay, if anything is not there, we will close
Thank
today.
you.
Loka samastaha sukhino bhavantu.